Not as many sponsor messages this week, so thank you for everybody who has bought Paddy Kenneth tickets. It's really appreciated. And thank you for everybody who made the Brighton beer and breakfast such a joy. We really enjoyed making it, and also hope for more of the same this week. Please do it like, please do it subscribe if you haven't done already. It does help us out. And on with the video. It's going to be wonderful. Welcome to Beer and Breakfast. My name is Johnny.
And I'm Jono.
We got a point.
Away from home?
A point away from home. How? Why? Where? What?
A bit of luck.
With a little bit of luck.
We made it through the night.
Oh, right. Before we get into what's going on, let's get the formalities out of the way. Who are we sponsored by, Jono?
Glistening Kicks, giving your kicks new life.
Also by the amazing Wavy Let's. For all your real estate needs, get in touch with Tom. He'll have your back. We've got a lot to talk about.
Better get into it.
Here's what's coming up this week.
The Brighton recap.
We'll be getting a view from Blaze fans.
A look at the cherries.
Kenneth's Corner.
This or that.
We'll have our match predictions.
And plenty more.
Of course, if you are listening to this on an audio-only podcast, first of all, thank you very much. Where can they get it, Jono?
I've had a week off, you know. Spotify, Amazon Music, and Apple Podcast. Yeah, get in there.
He's smashing it.
It's like I never left.
It's like he's never left. He's never been away. Oh, I'm so happy still. I want to be with you everywhere.
I really hope that kicks off. It
just
sounds good, doesn't it?
I haven't used it for the vlog advert.
There you go.
So good. So good. That Brighton game, Jono.
Joe, I did it all day, actually. Just brilliant. I really enjoyed this away day.
Yeah.
A long way to go, but we had plenty of time while we were there.
I had a good kip.
You had a very good kip.
There, I'm back. It were a quick change for me, mate.
Well, wake up, you're in the pub. Wake up, you're at home. You didn't do bad at all, did you?
No, it was good. I mean, we met a few kiddie winks while we were, that sounds wrong. We met a few younger fans while we were down there, had a good sing-song on train, because we got a train into Brighton and back to the ground.
Yeah, because there's nothing on ground, so if you want to drink.
They had a craft gin and beer stand.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, to those kids, good on you, good blades, fine voice. And we had a good laugh. We had a good day.
Oh, we're really good, weren't it?
And that first half was fucking dog shit.
Well, we don't expect football to let us down, but yeah, that first half was absolutely diabolical. Never laid a glove on them.
Yeah. As Asaba said, like Fulham away.
Yeah, you could say that, definitely. Probably not as bad as Newcastle one that people have actually said that first half, but he's close by.
Yeah, it weren't good. I mean, they had an early goal and we all thought, oh, here we go again.
And I think it could have been 3-4.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Wes, some brilliant saves, keeping us in the game, as he's probably done all season.
Told Vinny Souza didn't have his best of games.
No, he didn't, and then hobbled off injured.
I don't think the game suited him. Sometimes you need that grit, but also I don't think he plays well next to Norwood, you know.
Well, probably not, but there's a few players who probably didn't play very good in that first half.
Yeah, I'm not picking on him.
I would say Bogle as well, but second half completely changed a couple of...
Bogle's an enigma. He's either 10 out of 10 or 0 out of 10.
We said this, didn't we, at half time?
There's zero in between. He's either Messi or Mike. There's no fucking in between with him. That goal, with 2 or 3 chances, he had to challenge him and just stood off.
Yeah, well, it were him and Souza, weren't it? Both challenging.
Yeah.
They were pretty pathetic challenges, weren't it? Alright, you don't want to give a free kick on the edge of the box, but you've got to be tougher than that.
Yeah, of course you have.
Definitely.
That second half, though, it were very industrious.
Turning point, red card. And, well,
Also,
how people think that's not a red card is beyond me, because he's clearly scraped down and told Bennett, who, by the way, was superb when he came on. Not something we usually say.
I'll be his biggest critic, but he came on and he was brilliant.
He did. He made a right nuisance to himself. He was all over the place. Fair play to him.
The good thing about Osborne in that game is he didn't just run around like headless chicken. He knew where he needed to be, he knew what he needed to do. He got in the right areas. Of course he did, yeah. And apart from that game where he came on and scored, he had a bad first half going against Norwich. He had a bad first half where he did jack shit, and that second half, did he score one?
I can't remember 2 weeks ago. Your mind bleeding.
But one of them games where he came on and shows when he's consistent, what he can do. And if we get more of that, Ben Osborne, I'll have nothing bad to say about you, kid.
Well, exactly. That's all we want from players, isn't it? Just
consistency.
Exactly.
If you're going to be consistently bad, at least we know where we stand.
Obviously, own goal. Good player for us at the moment.
Our leading scorer.
With 3 goals.
It'd be joint with Archer if Archer didn't have one taken away by Pickford's head.
Yeah, to be fair, Archer would have scored that anyway if Webster weren't it. If he weren't the Archer's tapping that home.
Yeah.
He's a brilliant player from Bogle.
Yeah, that's what I mean though.
Exactly, and rightly so, he was the one who wheeled off celebrating that goal, and fair play to him. And then
Bogle misses that chance. Oh my God.
What a jump that would have been, by the way.
It was a good jump.
I mean, if he just scored that second one though.
Yeah, but the first one was good as well.
The first one were with that one.
Yeah.
And to be fair, a chance like that, you would not mind Bogle being on end of that one, would you?
Usually no.
Because he does like a goal from them kind of situations. So I thought, hit it. And
Bogle going forward.
Just completely read it wrong, didn't he?
Bogle going forward will be 10 times better than Bogle at the back.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. I would like to see him in midfield. Like a few people have actually said it past. Won't mind me that.
If you're short on numbers, why not? Why not give it a go? He gets in them areas. And coming out of the ground singing, wanna be with you everywhere, and also, we're not bottom anymore. We're not bottom. How are you doing, Burnley?
And Everton.
We're going to talk about Everton in a second, but can I just mention that not many people call. I kind of mentioned, and I keep mentioning, Burnley aren't very good, are they?
Yeah, you're proving me wrong. We also said Luton are going to do well as well. And
I said they're going to do well. I said they're going to stay up.
No chance.
Which they are. I'm telling you.
Burnley will come good.
I'm still saying, and it's still looking like it could happen, it's going to be Burnley, Everton and Forest.
We've got Burnley to play next week, so...
We're going to lose 4-0. But let's talk about Everton. And before we get too much into Everton, they've had 10 points taken off?
10 points.
I've got a question for you about that.
Ooh.
And very early on in this episode, we know what questions mean.
A game off. This or that.
Before we get on to this or that with the panels of destiny, John, what are you drinking?
It's definitely lager inside here.
I'm enjoying my pint of rum coke.
Yeah, but I'm always usually with a pint.
Buddy.
It's just that I've got football in a bit.
I know, you're training, aren't you?
I'm training.
So
I've got some goals. No, it's only 7-aside tonight.
Oh, is that why you're playing?
Yep.
Can't quite run around.
Listen, you don't get a physique like this. Not playing football.
This is why you manage the 11-a-side team.
Exactly.
Anyway, to the question for this week. Everton have had 10 points deducted. Jono, is the deduction fair? Jono, is Everton's 10-point deduction fair?
Yes, it helps us.
No, that's not the question!
Yeah, but I don't even know what they've done wrong. I'm not into that part of the football, to be fair. I don't care. They've just took 10 points off and it takes us a further up the table. E-I-E-I-E-I-O, the Premier League we go. If they broke rules, they deserve punished. But if they're getting punished, the likes of Chelsea, Man City should be dropped down to League 2.
Okay.
It's quite simple. I mean, Everton have not even a drop in oceans compared to what Man City have been accused of.
Okay.
So if they do get fined as well.
Are you ready?
Johnny, was the deduction fair?
Yes. I'll tell you why it's fair.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. He's good old Ryan loves a rant out, Johnny.
Man City and Chelsea should not get a points deduction, but Everton should.
Ooh, go on.
Where are Chelsea and Man City in the league, and are they in danger of going out of business, or are they in danger of being run into the ground? Are they building new stadiums each? Are they consistently doing poorly in the league and look like dropping down to the Championship?
No. Chelsea, probably.
No. And also, what's the income abroad for Chelsea and Man City and other revenue streams? What does their owner look like compared to Everton's owner? Let's use some common sense, right? Financial fair play is there to safeguard clubs. Do Man City and Chelsea need safeguarding?
No.
Do Everton?
Yes.
So if Everton are going to break the rules and bring in players they can't justify, they're going to bring in Carlo Ancelotti, they're going to build a new stadium despite the fact that they're nearly relegated every season, they're going to piss money up and down and not have the means to back it up.
Isn't the stadium built, financed by council?
What does it matter? If they're building a new stadium to move into this big fucking all-seater stadium, they've still got to kit it out, they've still got to deck it, they've still got to fill it, they've still got to run it, they've still got to get everything from Goodison Park, they've still got to pay for whatever happens with Goodison Park, they've still got to do a lot with that. The building's not the only work that goes into it. They've also got players that they're bringing in all the time. They've got this, that, they're spending like a club that's not in trouble. That's the problem. Yes, there should be some punishments for Man City and Chelsea, but I'd say for them, it's give them a ban in the transfer window.
Is fair play though not to make it fairer to other teams? Because they've got big owners, they should be able to spend what they want just because they're not going to be relegated.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is their punishment should look very different to Everton's. Everton, if you ban them from a transfer window, what difference does it make? They've broken the rules that has punished other clubs. Now you could argue maybe the teams Man City could have won the league if Man City didn't spend what they spent. You could argue that.
We'd have been in Europe for the season.
So you could argue that. But I think it's very different for a team that's then getting into the Champions League. So if they didn't win the title, they're still getting into Champions League. So a team that maybe didn't get into Champions League would maybe have a case. But look at dirty Leeds. Look at Burnley when they went down. Why did they go down? Because Everton broke the financial rules.
All right, yeah.
They deserve a points deduction. Chelsea and Man City don't deserve a points deduction or relegating. They deserve a transfer window being banned from it. And that's my input on it. If you disagree, well done, you're wrong. Get in the comments down below. Let us know what your thoughts on this are. And we delve more into it. Thank you,
I
darling.
actually talk sense there for a change.
Fucking cheeky bastard. I do think that Everton's point deduction is very fair. They are fucking clubs over, and they think they can get away with it.
Fair enough, yeah. Totally on board with that.
Speaking of the good side of what's happening, because people go, do you feel for the Everton fan? Do I fuck?
Yeah, I can imagine they're feeling sorry for us when we got relegated.
Where were their big fucking brouhaha when Ghost Goal went in at fucking Villa?
Exactly.
When John Lundstrom's big toe were offside, when the Tevez fucking shit happened. Where were Everton then? Why should we feel sorry? Just because they're Scousers.
Hey, you know, I totally agree with that one.
Fucking Scousers! Feel sorry for fuck off! Anyway, 10 points deducted. Can we take advantage of it? By the way, Burnley still bottom even after that.
Yeah, I think they've already got enough points to be fair to look like they were going to be safe. They just got to climb ladder again, and I do think they will. I think they've got a decent manager that's going to keep them safe.
But is the kick in the bollocks they've received from 10 points going to destroy them?
I hope so. Really hope so. But
that 10 points deduction could cripple them. Not just in the league, but you got fucking characters there like Pickford. We all know what Pickford's like when he don't get his own way.
You do know it's between us and Everton on last game of the season.
Yeah, more than likely.
Yeah, at Everton.
More than likely. I can't wait to celebrate that.
Right. If that happens, everything will be against us. There's no way we're winning that.
No, Everton have got to stay up. They're one of the Scouse elite.
Exactly.
I don't know. I feel like now that it opens up more for my prediction. If we can get on a little run of games, the ones we've got coming up.
Yeah,
we could put ourselves.
Next few weeks is going to tell a lot for the season.
If we do well, we can put ourselves right out of that picture. Temporarily. Because the one thing with the Premier League is there's always a fucking run of suicide games.
If we can be out of relegation zone by Christmas, that'll do the wonders for us. I mean, there's already rumours that he's not allowed to spend out in January.
There's a fucking shock.
But you never know, if we are out of relegation and we are playing well, looking alright, he might be able to bring in what he needs.
Maybe.
I know people will probably disagree with this one, but if we are looking like we're not going to survive, and obviously Bournemouth and Everton start climbing away, why would he say yes, spend something in January? I think we've already got a decent team for Championship, so
Get McBurnie into a new contract, Baldock to a
Yeah,
new
yeah, look
contract.
at that. Yeah, definitely look at stuff like that.
Reinvest your money back from what you bring in to keeping what you've got.
Yeah.
I mean, even with their age, Baldock and McBurnie are too good for Premier League, too good for Championship. Should we get some fan opinions?
Let's go for it.
Let's go for it.
Merry Christmas from here in Sheffield. It's middle of November, innit? Capitalism, eh? But yeah, at least the Premier League gave us an early Christmas present, didn't they? Putting us above Everton. Well, till next week. So yeah, that's going to be short-lived, I think, because we're on a bit of a roll, aren't we? Massive unbeaten run of 2. But we've just got a history, haven't we? Getting the hopes up, knocking them back down again. I don't think we're going to knock them totally down. I think we're going to be walking into this game thinking, you know what, we can do this. We can get within 1 point of getting out of relegation zone. Blah 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 blah. And I don't think we'll lose. I think we might go down early doors, but we'll draw, won't we? It's what we do. We get hopes up just to dash them again, which is very much like Christmas, isn't it? Unless you buy yourself some chocolate oranges, that's a hint, missus, if you're listening to this. Don't want to repeat of last year when I were crying on Christmas Day. So yeah, my prediction is a disappointing chocolate orangeless Christmas Day draw.
Bournemouth at home, sick of doing these miserable, boring ones, these negative ones, so I'm going to go positive this time. Going to win 3-1. Ollie Mack's going to come back in and play a blinder. They'll get a man sent off. Ollie Mack's got a plane place to book, hasn't he? A plane ticket to book for the Euros now, so yeah, he's going to come in and have an absolutely storming second half of the season. Let's get Harmer and Archer on the ball more. Positivity. Let's ride this wave. Let's keep going up the table. We're going to piss the league. Europe, here we come. Yada yada. HMS piss the league. Setting sail.
Jono, you're a stat man. Jono, Bournemouth, go.
Top goal scorer, Dominic Solanke.
Solanke.
It's took him a few seasons to start being good.
I don't rate him, but he's going to score against us now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. A few seasons ago, it was awful, weren't it? They come from Chelsea or something like that. And
Somewhere.
yeah, and he
Liverpool.
And he really took a while for him to actually find his feet, especially in this league. But he's looking good. Antoine Semenyo, by the way, I signed him on Championship Manager a couple of seasons ago and he did right well for me, so what a player.
He's going to apply for that non-league job.
And I see Davy Brooks back at Bramall Lane wants it. Obviously, he doesn't have a good game, but it will be nice to see him back.
Hope he does a Tommy
on
Doyle.
The field. Yeah, have a stinker of a game for us.
Billing still playing for these?
Yeah, Philip Billing. He's their top assist with 1. I don't see how that works.
I would love us to crunch him.
It's going to take a big tackle to crunch him. He's a big lad.
Go on, Robbo.
But yes, just straight away, Robbo.
Go on, Robbo. Both for him. Sandwich him at the same time. Bang!
Sat 16th in the table on 9 points. Very, very big win against Newcastle.
Yes.
They got one over on their old gaffer Eddie Howe.
Yeah.
That's probably just because he were Eddie Howe. But he did really play well and well up for that game.
When you look at the way Bournemouth play, what worries you about the way Bournemouth play that could be bad for us?
Definitely their ability in the air.
Strong players.
Yeah, they've got some really, really big players, and at the moment we haven't.
Yeah.
But if we had McBurnie, I think it'll help us a lot. But I still want to see how we've been playing this past couple of games to feed, not just because we've got McBurnie on, because we're hitting it long again.
Yeah.
Don't want to see that.
Never.
But yeah, it's going to be a tough game. Very, very tough game, and it is a 6-pointer. Absolute 6-pointer.
I think this game's going to really set the marker for how we go on this little run. Cause ignore Liverpool in the little run we've got. We've got so many important games coming up. We've got to deal with these physical players. You've got to learn how to deal with the likes of Billing and Solanke. Because Solanke's not the best striker, but he's a physical player. Yeah. And they've got a lot of wind-up merchants in their team.
Yeah, I don't think our players are up for a game of wind-up like that, are these?
They need to be.
I think look at our players, and I think we can easily get more of our players.
Yeah.
Definitely, especially if games not going our way. You can see that with body language sometimes, especially obviously when we got spanked against Newcastle.
Oh yeah.
And I don't like to see that characters from them.
I think the biggest thing for this game is we can't go out and just think it's a gimme. We can't go out. We've got to show that fight that we've shown in 2 second halves, and we've got to do that for 90 minutes.
Yeah, I just want to see it for 90 minutes. Don't first half stay in the game.
Yeah.
Before second half, we'll have a go. No, surely they've got it in them to the last 90 minutes in that mentality.
We'll delve into that a little bit more after this. But first off, let's get some more previews from the Blades fans.
So we're finally back at the lane after another international break. How many of these things are we going to have? So we're going to go from watching overpaid idiots playing crap football to watching slightly less overpaid idiots play probably even worse football. But hopefully not, though. Obviously, we got the nice surprise point away down in Brighton. Albeit we got the equaliser against 10 men, but it's not our fault. We were playing against Stampy the Elephant from The Simpsons. So hopefully we go into this. I'm not really on the back of a wave, more on top of some swash on a cheap Lilo. We'll sort of ride into that with that sort of surge of momentum, that sort of wave. It's a big game, obviously. Bournemouth down near the relegation zone, but they're coming into it after on the back of a 2-0 win against Newcastle. Yep, we remember them. So it's going to be difficult. Obviously, we've been playing much better at home than we have away. So we really need to count on that. We really need to have a really good atmosphere again. Obviously, I'm not going to be as bold as to say it's a must win, but I think it definitely is a mustn't lose. We really need to get something from this. If we don't get anything from this, come away with a loss, I'm just going to go back to resigning us to relegation because I just can't be bothered anymore. Obviously, we need to get really important that we get at least something from this game before another big game on the road at Burnley, which feels like a cup final at this point.
Right, after break, we move on to a big period now. Bournemouth. I see this as being bigger than Burnley game, really. Because if we had to win 1 out of 2, I think I'd prefer to beat Bournemouth. Keep them in that area. We need 4 teams there. I know Everton's now been docked points, but I think they've got enough about them to move back up and away from us. So, massive game, difficult game. I hope fans stay with team. You know, don't have too great an expectation that we're going to win, because every game's going to be difficult. That we, you know, if we go behind, we still can get back into it. Need Bollock to be fit, obviously. Key for me. Get Anel back, McBurney back, and see what he plays. We need Norwood in there for his talking. We need to organise, so that's going to be crucial. Team selection will be interesting, but winnable, losable. You know, tough game, massive game, really. But my priority is still getting to 12 points. Hope the Blades.
Me and my dog. Previewing the Bournemouth game. I think it's going to be 1-1. What do you think? I reckon Sheffield United are going to win 2-1.
We talked about, obviously, first half there. We had a wank first half against Wolves, wank first half against Brighton. 2 decent results. Away from home, a point against Brighton. We'd have all snapped some of his hands off for that.
Definitely.
Disappointed not to win it in the end, but at the end of the day, a very good point.
Very good point, because to be honest with you, if they didn't win 10 men, we've lost that game.
Yeah,
for me.
But you need a little bit of luck sometimes.
Yeah, and it's about time we did. So another bit of luck. So
was it luck though? Because obviously it was a deserved red card.
It was a deserved red card, but there was no malice in it. It's not as though he's done it on purpose. It is an accidental one. It's a dirty one, but he's not done it on purpose. So yeah, that's a bit of luck.
Are we in danger of undoing the hard work for these last 2 games if we don't start being more consistent through 90 minutes? Because if we are going to be a team that only plays in second half, teams are going to put it to bed before fucking first half.
Yeah, exactly. And I worry every time we go behind. I mean, against Brighton, like I said, we are that extra man. We ain't scoring.
Yeah.
Definitely not. I can't see us getting back into games. That's the problem for me.
Yes. Huge problem.
Yeah, huge problem. And if we do, we're vulnerable at back.
Yeah.
And then we find ourselves further behind. Crowds on back. It's just start the game well. Make them on the back foot. Don't
shoot the messenger. Is the first half performances, the players rebelling. This isn't my theory. This is a conspiracy theory I've heard. I'll not mention any names. You know who you are. Are they rebelling and not putting as much effort in first half because how knackered they are from being overtrained, and then giving it their all in the second half?
I think that's a load of bollocks.
I do, but it's somebody asked me to raise it, but they also had mentioned not for the name to be brought up, didn't they? You know who you are. You know who you are. I will name you at some point, maybe in a vlog. But anyway, you can see what he's getting at. But surely professional footballers don't work that way.
No. And if they do, I'd be fuming with him. They should be getting it all on the pitch for as long as they can. Now, I think that's utter bollocks. Maybe somebody just trying to stay apart. I can't see that being right at all.
I think one big thing that it will work in our favour is Gus Poyet sending ball back home. Because Greece ain't got a chance of qualifying.
They sent him home?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Thank you, Gus. Always liked you.
I didn't even know you were manager.
Neither did I until I saw fucking...
That's where, yeah.
While we're talking about first half, second halves, we can say everything we want, but there's one man who might have all the answers. It is time for Kenneth's Corner.
Don't stop moving, baby, on it, driving crazy. Wiggle, wiggle.
Kenneth! Can we be more than a second half team?
Well, no. I bet there's got 12 reverse gears on the car.
John, final thoughts!
Oh, Kenneth, what's your final thoughts?
I fucking love that man. We need to protect Kenneth at all costs.
Somebody's always trying to poach him, I can tell.
John, I'll take it.
Final thoughts. Saturday's a massive game. A win against Bournemouth will do wonders for the season. Get it together.
I'm calm.
Take us into a Brighton game with massive heads held high. Come on, Blades.
I think, like, I think the biggest thing is we need to realise that games are going to start getting put to bed earlier the longer we continue this second half. I don't want to call it comeback, because it's not a comeback, this second half renaissance every game. And whilst it's nice to see that we're finishing games strong, we need to start going at games where we're not playing for a draw.
To be fair, we could have an extra pint and just get there for half time.
It's a thought. I'm never going to say no to an extra pint. But for me, we need to start really looking at these games as ones where we need to be going at it from the start. We need to not throw all caution to the wind, because sometimes that can backfire. Look at Tottenham against Chelsea. That high line they played with suicide at times, weren't it?
Yep, definitely.
But there's got to be a compromise. You can't sit in against teams and then think we'll have a second half, essentially a second half long counter attack.
Especially against a team like Bournemouth as well. It's always down in a dogfight with us.
Yeah, too big, too strong. You've got to look at ways of getting into that game early, and I think probably one of the best ways to do that would probably be getting into them. Let them know.
It's going to be scrappy, isn't it? It's going to be a very scrappy game for them.
100%. I think with players like Billing, it's always going to be like that, because he's a wind-up merchant. He needs putting in his place early. Solanke, he needs doing early. If there's players you can clatter without getting sent off early.
Yeah. They're not the quickest, so
No.
it is possible to get into them.
Archer could run. Archer, if he was right, if he can get on a man's shoulder and somebody can hold it, lay it, and he can get in, that could cause chaos. And that's the most simple thing in football, and not a lot of teams do it. Haaland does it sensationally well.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I can see quite a few goals in this game.
We'll get to that in a moment. Jono, let's break into it. Let's say, come full time at this match, what is the score going to be?
Do you know what? I've been pessimistic with these.
Pessimistic. Pessimistic.
Pessimistic.
You've been pegging. Kenneth has been pegging. Pessimistic.
Apologies. So I'm going for a Blades win 3-2.
Fucking hell.
I just think both defences, it's going to be an end-to-end kind of game for me.
I'm going to say 0-0. I think VAR is going to come into this game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. I don't know. I have these little premonitions and they're either spot on or they're wrong.
We all love a VAR.
I can see this. VAR helped us in last game, and that means we're going to suffer now.
So we're due 7 bad ones now.
Yeah. I can see us having 1 or 2 disallowed and it ending 0-0.
There you go then.
Big toe time. Who's got the biggest toe in the team?
I don't think we've got anything bigger than that, to be fair. I might be alright for that one.
Just stick Osborne up front, he's not getting offside anybody. I don't know. I do think if we can, we are capable of beating them, but we're also capable of throwing it away in 9 minutes. But I think looking at both teams, the way we're playing, I think a very hard fought, a very entertaining, and a very frustrating, thanks to VAR and off-field shit, 0-0 is on the cards. And I don't like it, because I don't think that's good for either of us.
Well, we'll find out.
We will find out. Jono, before we head off into the sunset, we are early this week, by the way, due to commitments. If you have bought tickets to the Paddy Kenny night, thank you very much.
We'll see you there.
I'll see you there while he's heckling me, the bastard.
Can't wait for that.
I'm trying to get excited for this game, but I'm very tentative for it, you know.
Because it's a big game.
It is a big game. It's a nervy game.
It is. We lose this game. Ecky's on his way. We're down in dumps because we've gone further away from safety.
Everybody seems to think Ecky's saved his job. He hasn't.
Definitely
he's
not.
Still definitely
two good results. Brighton won. We're lucky.
Yeah.
Wolves won. Nice to see. I want more of that.
Yeah. He's got it in him to save his own job.
Of course he has.
Just do it.
Just more positive.
Do it. Do it
Positive
now.
like us.
He could take my place. Yeah, we are early this week. We are, of course, being sponsored by
Glistening Kicks
and the amazing Wavy Let's. You can get this as an audio-only podcast on.
He's doing it again, aren't he, man? Spotify, Amazon Music, and Apple Podcasts.
He's done it again, and that's where we're going to end it.
Clear eyes for me.
He's going to be getting a full 5p. We'll see you at the game. Let's hope it's a good one. Up the Blades.
Come on, mate.